Hey YouTube, it's Frisky Dingo here, getting back with you guys to another reaction slash review video. Today we're looking at Frenemies with Ethan and Triisha. I've been watching this show since the creation of the podcast had started. It's just really sad to see this break down the way it did. I know with Ethan, him and his background, he had already responded to the entire situation. With Triisha, he already made a response video basically explaining his part of what happened. His point of view was that he was basically trying to renegotiate with Triisha on how to hire or fire people and production costs and all of these other things that he felt as though they haven't spoke about and since they started the podcast. And then basically miscommunication happened between them, and then assumedly she got into a disagreement with someone who was hired on the show but not through Frenemies directly. It was Ethan's close friend's wife that was working for H3H3. She was on contractual work. She moved over to Frenemies just to be a part of the team and help, and that I believe from what Ethan has said that Triisha had a disagreement with her, and then that's how the conversation ensued. In the last episode of Frenemies, Trisha's response was basically having a disagreement with Ethan on basically how the company is being run, renting space, and all of the other things that you should never be talking about when you're doing business or shooting a live YouTube episode. And I think that's where the problems really come from. Sometimes you can't really mix business and friendships, and this is one of the most perfect examples. Ethan being understanding and explaining to her the entire premise, even still so should not have entertained having that conversation on live air. I think that was not only disrespectful to his employees but to himself, and then Triisha and herself, having that same conversation on air doesn't do anything for the brand that she has herself. And unfortunately, I think one of the most important parts of this entire situation was that this show was made to basically re-image Triisha's entire brand because of the misfortunes that have had happened within the recent last 3 to 4 years, with her working with other YouTubers, her doing her own vlog, her being part of the vlog squad. There was too many controversies and a lot of emotional disgruntled display on her YouTube channel, so she lost a lot of viewers and basically isn't at the top of where she was before. She was using this show basically to get her image rehabilitated, and I think that's the most sad thing, the most important sad part about it, because this entire situation happened on live air. Everyone saw her get into an argument with someone who's supposed to be her friend. Most importantly, someone who's supposed to be her family. Ethan, once again, being related to her through Gila, his wife. Her brother is married to Triisha. So once again, you could see how family, business, friendship all coiled into the same twine has ending this situation in not a favorable part for either people. I think the brand is hurt now and you can't recover from it. Even if you're having a conversation about hiring and firing employees, you don't do that with the employees right there while you're streaming live. And even if you have a disagreement, that's something that you talk to your co-partner with in a private room, not open and out, so everyone can be disgruntled with you. I think that's the most unfortunate part, and also that a good show is ending because of family issues or friendship issues. I think that's the unfortunate part too. But most importantly, business issues, because if you guys didn't have this conversation, as Ethan said in the beginning when you guys first started, then obviously that was something that has been stewing since the first day. Situations happen, people get over other things, but then one day someone wants to bring up that situation, and that's what we're seeing here at this point in time. Ethan responded to Triisha online via Twitter. He didn't respond to her directly, but Triisha had responded to a Twitter follower asking when will Frenemies be back. She said this Tuesday. Ethan responded to her reply, no way that's happening. And that's basically where it's at. She replied back. She didn't reply back to him, but posted, "I wish I was still part of David's vlog." And, once again, that just shows what kind of situation that they're in. Unfortunately, we know who David is in his vlog squad. We've seen what happened with him and his group of friends in this most recent time. So the only thing we can say is that Triisha will go that low to, not rectify the situation, but basically put a hindrance between the entire family of, supporting the fact that David, what he did was wrong, and then her now saying, "Oh, I missed that time in that era." That's just unfortunate. I think that, that none of that is necessary, especially when it comes to friends, family, business. You should always be amicable, at least with the people that you're close with when you do these type of things. And I think that's the most important part. Unfortunately, we're not going to get another episode. Hopefully we do, but I highly doubt it from Ethan's response in the video. He does not want anything to do with her anymore. He's highly upset. I mean, he's not upset. He's disgruntled. And rightfully so, he is. If you feel like as you have been sandbagged, you spoke to a person in the morning, you had a conversation about how y'all moving forward, and then you come in the next day and that person does a completely 360, the business practice and trust is completely done, and that's unfortunate. So hopefully they could get back together, something happens with the group, or we just don't see it again and he does another Frenemies with new host, and I think that would be cool also, and I wouldn't have a problem with that either. Ethan's response was pretty clear and critical. Sometimes he's not very clear and critical, but in this situation he most likely had to, because as you can see, it's something that's directly dealing with his business, his friendships, his family. It's all tied into intertwined. And unfortunately, Triisha is having a go at it, saying anything public. So he has a responsibility of basically defending himself, his brand, and everybody else that he has to employ and continue to pay for. So hopefully we find out some more information and we get some more news. I'll definitely check on the timeline to see if any responses have happened yet, but I highly doubt it after Ethan made that video. But if anything more, we'll definitely get back into the DJ Academics, Rory and Mal situation just to see how that's going out. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next one.